right, we're off and running here. First pitch, game 2 of this final series of the season, regular season for CCW. We got the Hounds and the Pork Pistols. Hounds won via run rule 11-1 on a walk-off run rule home run from Blake Voris and a five-inning gem on the mound as well. The scenario is laid out in the chat. As you hear the 8:30 train whistle coming through the south side of Indy. There's strike 2 to Butts, leading off the game for the Pork. Pork need to win to get in. If they lose, the Dragons get the 6th seed and will play the Hounds. Good pitch there on the bottom corner from Whitty. 1 down here in the first. Brings up manager Hopkins, takes a strike. Looks like Whitty's just getting his bearings about him. First time pitching in a couple weeks. Wanted to get some innings in tonight. Misses inside, 1-1. Beautiful night here in Indy. The last 2 nights have been gorgeous. After a smoking hot weekend in the Circle City, 20 players from CCW, along with some family and friends, headed up to South Bend, where it was 15 degrees cooler. The heat index was in the 110s in Indy, and then last night we had a nice high of about anywhere between 78 and 81, depending on where you were in the city. No humidity, light breeze, and very similar conditions tonight. Hopkins takes a ball. I think he's even in the count now, 3-2. 2 strikes on him after he chased the ball on the inner half. Grounded to Jones. Fields off the lip. Not going to run it out. Hopkins acquired a hamstring or a groin injury this weekend at Hometown Cup. Brings up Dowden in the 3-hole. 2 outs. Whitty will not be getting an 18K game after that ground out. He is the record holder with 18 Ks in a 6-inning regulation game. Set that record 3 weeks ago, leading right up to the NCAA tournament, where he had quite the showing and is now on everyone's watch list. 3-0 now to Dowden. Fresh off the road trip down I-69 and 465 from Muncie. He'll be on the bump in the bottom half here. Hounds and Pork switched home and away. So the Hounds now have 2 home games on the ledger, considering the delay here. A little bit of a trade-off. There's strike 2. Works himself back to full, taking some off to locate. Payoff pitch here. 2 outs in the top of the first. You have a check called, so that's going to be ball 5. 2 strikes with 2 outs. Dowden's going to swing away. Chance to give himself an early lead. Air has not been great. There have been a couple homers tonight. 1 down the right field line and left field line. The game winner down the left field line via Voris. Grounded right back to Whitty on a 1-hop. Steps in the zone. Ends the inning. No runs, no hits for the Pork. We'll head to the bottom of the first. We've got a Northwest Indiana Pork Pistol in the chat, Mr. Bogus. Hoping and praying for a win here in this nightcap so the Pork can play to Sunday at 10 a.m. The winner of that play-in game, that wild card game, will determine the second round matchups, as the lowest remaining seed plays the highest bye team, the number 1 seed Moonshots, with a record of 14-3. So if the 6 seed Pork Pistols or Swamp Dragons were to win that game, they would face the Moonshots, and that would leave the winner of the 11:30 wild card Shorts and Yackers to play the 2 seed 8 Balls. All same day, yes. Considering today's the last day of regular season, both teams in each of those potential matchups were not available Friday night. Saturday, really, what's the point? And just needed more rest for arms. So morning wild cards, max number of games you can play in a day is 4 if you come out of the losers bracket and are a wild card team to get to the Dirt Yard Classic. So going to be a grind, but that's why you play the regular season to get to that bye position. Woody's leading off, and he's ahead 2-0 off Dowden.
Yeah,
hit to left again.
Get on it.
Another great piece.
And a boy, let's go.
Woody is number 2 in the league in batting average right now at 482. That's going to bump him up a little bit, right behind Tyler Gregory at 488. Woody's been spraying the ball to left. Some unconfident defense. I think a little bit skittish for the Pork Pistols in game 1. Hopefully that can change here. Not a great confidence relay into the mound. Probably should have had someone at second there to try to gun down Woody. So Bogus, you're not going to head down for the Sunday plan. Don't want to do a potential one and done, because if you win, then you'd obviously have 2 more games on the day. All right, 2-2 to Jones. Dowden getting ahead in the count on the number 2 hitter, the manager of the Hounds here. And he nicks the board on a ball low and in the zone. That pitch is hit or miss for Dowden. His last outing wasn't working for him, but looks like it's going there. Ah, that's right. You did mention something about that, Bogus. There's a strike pumped in on the riser from Dowden. Kobe Taylor, rookie in the league. Aggressive hitter at the plate. Likes to swing out of his shoes. Takes. It's probably a good take. That's not in his hitting zone. That's up and away. 2 strikes nonetheless. Confident hitter up there. Dowden tries to go back up to that spot. Misses high. 2-2. Runner on second. 1 out here. Misses in. Full count here to Taylor. Looking to do damage, potentially getting into a lob pitch with 2 strikes. And he takes strike 3 on the outer edge. Good pitch, precise pitch there from Dowden. Recovers with 2 quick outs after the leadoff double from Whitty. Brings up the 4-hitter Voris, who had himself a game in game 1. 5-inning, 1-run pitching performance and the walk-off solo shot to run rule. Not a lot of run rule games this year. That speaks to the parity. Sometimes teams are shorthanded week to week, but not a ton of blowouts in CCW anymore. There's a good low and away pitch from Dowden. Working that riser again. 2-1. Grounded down the left field line. Doesn't catch the lip there to kick back in fair play. Boris going to have to battle with 2 now as he's motoring down the line. 2-2. 2 outs. Runner on second. All 2s. Except it's the first inning. Pitch dives away. Good take there from Boris. 3-2. Be a full count in baseball. Not here. Riser in on the hands. Fouled off. Good waste there from Boris. Strike 3 from Dowden on a riser. Gets out of the jam with the leadoff double stranded. We'll head to the top of the second, 0-0 in a must-win game for the Pork Pistols. All right, the four-hitter punt steps in on the left side. Defense shifting. Got a couple of Buffet boys, Jones and Taylor playing defense. Pitcher Voris taking the defensive evening off after 5 innings well worked. Strike one from Whitty in the upper half of the zone. Misses away on that slider. And on the inner half there, punt takes, now down 1-2. And he dots the same pitch off the blue tape of the zone for out number 1 here in the top of the second. 2 Ks now for Whitty, 4 outs recorded. Max outcome of 16. Slider down the middle there. Again, big sweeper from the left side. Kind of falls over and finishes on that side of the rubber. 0-2 quickly to Axum. Batting in the 5-hole. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 2 outs quickly on 7 pitches from Whitty. Brings up top of the order in Evan Butts. Hits the posts for 1-0 to Butts. Butts had a good rookie campaign, looking to follow that up. Good pitch there from Whitty on the lower section of the board. 1-1, evens the count. Now he's ahead just like that, 1-2. Good take there. And strike 3 to Butts. 3 Ks in the inning. That's 4 in the game through 2. Bottom second, Hounds coming up to that. Dowden taking his warm-up pitches. If you are interested in checking out TikTok Live for this game, this pivotal final game of the CCW regular season, head over to Circle City Wiffle and see what Commissioner Dudas has going on with the center field camera, the reverse angle of what we've got back here. So Whitty comes up, flares one to left, off the lip, quick flip, barely Gets Whitty at 1. He motors down the line.
They had it like hanging up here with
Oh, they did hang it. I forgot about that. Good call. Good pitch there from Dowden. I'll give you guys the view of what Dudas has going on from my phone. Good play by Dowden. Steps in the circle. So 2 quick outs there on 2 ground outs. Whitty continually slapping the ball to left. Jones with a ball up the middle, batted down by Dowden. It's like Dowden's on his A game again tonight. He's throwing strikes, getting ahead in counts. Brings up Taylor, who K'd on a well-placed pitch on the outer half. That one's in. Tries to check, but he went around. Misses low and in. Another, man, he's really dotting Kobe on that upper outside corner. That's 3 of them in these first 2 ABs. Good foul off. He saw that one coming. Looks like Dowden tried to go back to the well in the upper outside corner. See if he switches it up here with a drop ball. No, he goes back inside, so just changes locations. 3 quick outs, 2 ground outs and a K, brings us to the top of the 3rd. Port coming up. Hopkins goes down on swings there for out number 1. Whitty misses way to Dowden in the 3-hole. Fouled back by Dowden. 1-1. Another one fouled back. Looks like Dowden's got him timed up. It's just a matter of being squared up. Misses in. Good take there from Dustin. 2-2. And strike 3 on the bottom corner there on the outside. Tough one to see. Now you get the lefty on lefty matchup with Punt and Whitty. Both teams a little bit light in the hitting department this year. Whitty tried something new on first pitch of the count, 1-0. Hounds have picked up the hitting in the last couple weeks. Really, it's been all off of the trajectory of Mike Whitty. His pitching has taken off in the month of July, and as we've turned over to August, his hitting, as I gave mention earlier, pieced by Punt, and that's going to break up the no-no. Timed it up. Almost got the Willie Mays catch from Jones. Probably got a good view of that on TikTok Live as Jones was ranging into center. So runner on, 2 outs. Good take from Axum there. Two-0. Seems like the way the pitchers are on right now, it's going to take one mistake from the guy on the mound. If they fall to a 5-0 walk, and that's going to give all the leverage to the hitter to swing away at the lob to try to hit a home run or score a run. Another strike there from Whitty. Looks like he's dialing it back a little bit just to be on the board, be a little more fine with 2 outs here. And then he tries over the top pitch that drops and misses. 3-2. The count to Axum. Punt on first. A little delayed ball smoked down the right field line, but foul. Decent barrel off of that velo. Good battle from number 26, the rookie Trevor Axum. Another good pitch in the upper zone. Good at bat there from Axum. 1 hit, no runs, still 0-0. Heading to the bottom. Okay, Dustin is loose and ready to go for his 3rd inning of work. Just the 1 hit surrendered thus far. The leadoff double from Whitty. As I was giving mention to Whitty, really being the fire starter for this team. Started out really slow offensively. Was near the bottom of the standings for about 2/3 of the season, and then in July they just took off. Thanks to great storylines. Can't keep a good dog down. That's the headline. Smoked by Voris into right center. Twisting Axum tracks it, makes the catch. Good barrel there from Voris. Just missed it.
150 or so.
Yeah.
For like 6 games.
Talking with the Hounds here in the dugout. They seem to have put the woes behind them, but they remember it clearly. Especially one particular June weekend, Father's Day weekend, where it was manager Dylan Jones and 4 other random free agent rookies due to multiple scheduling conflicts. And yes, they did score a run off Will Smithy. Let it be known in the ledger. It'll be because of that performance that Will not win the Cy Young this year, I'm sure. Ever since that Father's Day weekend, though, it's been Hounds. The stock has been up. They're now in the 3 seed. Probably like their matchup if they can win their wild card. Flared back to the pitcher, caught for out number 2. Mike Whitty doing his best Ichiro impression. Butt out, flipping it to the left side just about every time. Brings up Jones. Ripped foul down the line. Good barrel there from Jones. Ready to hit on first pitch. One swing may change this game. There's that one. It's going to be off the fence, though, on a 2-hop. A little bit dead air here tonight, especially as the sun has gotten below the horizon. Brings up rookie Kobe Taylor, number 23. He's hunting risers on pitch 1, just fouls it back into the board, 0-1. Dowden changing eye levels. Kobe hunting still, down 0-2, looking to protect here. And a great change of pace there from Dowden to go 1-2-3 on the batter. We are trending in the direction of a jack-off at 0-0. We'll see what happens in the back half of this game. Scoreless through 3. Port coming to bat. All right, Butts steps up to the plate. And one batter behind on the order here. Top of the order for the Pistols. 1-0. There's a strike down the middle on the slider, 1-1. Of course, that pitch starts about 18 inches off the plate and finishes right in the dead center, so hard to time up for a righty. Same story, different chapter there, 1-2 to Butts. 2-2 now. Just misses away, 3-2. Still behind in the count at 3-2 technically. Normally you're even. And another well-placed pitch by Whitty, throwing strikes just like he was in the Dirt Yard Classic last year in Game 2. Held the powerful 8 Balls offense at bay, allowing just 4 runs through 6. There's a strike to Hopkins. And another one in the upper half of the zone. 2 outs as the Hounds throw it around quickly. Looks like Voris has gotten out of his chair to play some defense on the right side. Was able to rest up his legs in that 30-minute break between game 1 and 2, and then first 3 innings out here giving Kobe a break. Do some gambling from his phone. Got to check on his bets. This man is up $1,700 in the last 3 days since Friday evening, early Saturday morning in South Bend. Fouled back by Dowden. Dowden looking for a barrel here. He's fouled off a handful of pitches from Whitty. Good take there. Sees it on the inner half, just coming off the board. 2-2 to Dowden. 2 quick outs here. Misses away on the drop ball. Looks like both Dowden mix in a similar pitch mix. They greatly depend on the riser, but they'll throw in an overhanded drop ball. Not as much control, but they can throw it for strikes. 3-2 to Dowden. And he checked Dowden, and yes, he did. He offered on the ball up in the zone, so we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits. hit the camera. It's a good manager. Doesn't want his pitcher to throw a long toss. Voris steps into the box, lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Hounds. Again, Voris finds a barrel. And a great diving play down the right field line. Don't know if you could see that on the slide. I think you could see the slide, maybe not the end of the completion of the catch in foul territory there. Axum ranges a good 40 feet in right center. That one looked good on TikTok, I'm sure. Not as good of an angle for us here, but showing off the defensive athleticism. Sits Voris down for out number one, bottom of the fourth. Whitty up to the plate in the top of the order. Hounds batting 4, Pork batting 5 tonight in this game too. Whitty swings and misses. Dowden again, just hucking strikes. Whitty befuddled. There's a hole in his bat. Two and two now, the leadoff man. Down, that's going to be a hit right off the base. You can't throw it out there any better. Takes an outside pitch, starts off in the infield dirt and foul territory, creeps back over the line into fair and off the very top of the bag. Elite speed, that's going to be a single every time and a double sometimes. Hit to the right side. Ooh. Okay. Yes. Double play there on some coming to a conclusion between the TikTok umpire and the head umpire. I think they got that call right. Dowden did step in the circle to get the batter runner out. Faked a throw at Whitty going into second. He overran the bag, reached back into second, and pegged him on the forearm. Not a big chunk of the body to hit in that scenario. Gets lucky. So one knock. No runs scored. We're going to the fifth. Still tied at 0. Tyler Punt leading off the second. Steps in the left-handed batter's box. Lefty on lefty again. Bottom inside corner. Just pegged by Whitty, 0-1. Punt hit a single into center over the outstretched arm of the center fielder there. Now down 0-2. It's the lone hit for the Pistols. And goes down on 3 pitches. I don't believe Whitty has gone to a slow pitch this game. Actually, it may have been in the very first inning, and it resulted into a ground out back to him. So outside of that, he even took care of business on that out himself. Again, same pitch. He starts first pitch of the at-bat, seemingly in the bottom outside corner to every hitter. Fouled back by Axum. 5 pitches, 5 strikes so far in this inning. Very efficient. And he comes over the top with a gross drop slide. He's 6 for 6. Pitches thrown, strikes thrown. Butts may be trying to prevent an immaculate inning here. Just take, and then battle with 2 if he has 2 on him. And there goes the immaculate inning. I jinxed it. 1-0 to Butts. 2-0 now. Butts looking to do damage with 2 outs here. Great location again on the bottom edge. 2-1. Again, Whitty has not fallen behind many batters. 3-1 now. This is about the most he's fallen behind in the last 3 innings. And then just when you're trying to get to 4-1 to be really in command, you're back to even at 3-2 and even behind, really. Yeah. And then just shoves right down the middle. Pork will have one more chance to score in the 6th, but we'll head to the bottom of the 5th, and it looks like Kobe will be leading off. All right, Dowden's finished his warm-ups. Taylor steps into the box. If the Hounds can get 1 run here, they'd be in the driver's seat. Going to the top of the 6th with 1 chance for the Pork to even it up. So this is a pivotal inning here, big inning, both squads. Little riser there, 1-1 to Taylor. Taylor looking to get off the schneid. Dowden's pretty much had his number so far. He's working, doing a good job of probably against this batter more than any in the Hounds lineup. He's been dotting his locations. In, out, high, low. 2-2 now. Kobe swinging the blue wiffle stick and misses low and in, but swung through. Chucks the bat in frustration. One out here for Voris. He's had 2 barrels in his last 2 ABs. 1 flared to right, 1 to right center. Again, the great diving, sliding catch from Axum in foul territory. 2-0 here to Voris. He was the quasi-hero in Game 1 with that walk-off dinger solo shot to run rule the Pork. Again, this is do or die for the Pork Pistols here. Flared back into the dugout. 2-1. 3-1 now. He's getting ahead. First time, just as it was for Mike. First time Dowden's fallen behind 3-1 in quite a few innings. See if he can give a big pitch here. Down 2 balls. And there's 4-1. Big spot. Might be a take sign here. Try to get to that lob with 1 strike. Honestly, you might take 2. And, of course, he shoves it right down the throat to get to 3-2.
Yeah. Come on.
Yep.
Got 2 strikes
Don't do
here.
too much.
I'm sorry, I meant 4-2 on that previous pitch. I was thinking baseball counts again, as tends to happen. So, with 2 strikes, Blake's going to move up in the box. And he's got one thing on his mind. He doesn't necessarily want to get on base. He wants to put a run on the board with the ball over the fence. So that's 1 ball. And Dowden gets him to swing through on the lob pitch. That's a big crisis averted there. 2 outs now. Brings up the top of the order in Whitty, who's really been the only headache, I believe. Was his leadoff double the only hit?
Dylan has a hit.
Dylan has a hit. Okay. So about 3 hits total in this. Oh, that's right. He had 2. So about 4 hits total in this game so far. 3 for the Hounds, 1 for the Pork. Nick's the top of the board is called by head umpire D. Louie. Very gently. I couldn't even hear it from the booth. Just misses inside on the over top drop. Good drop ball there, and we're going to head to the 6th. Again, no scores on the board for either team. 4 hits amassed total. We are staring a jack-off right in the face. Pause. And when I say that, I mean a home run derby tiebreaker, because in regular season we don't play extra innings. Shout out to HRL and the Minnesota Wiffle Ball Leagues in the deep north, the great north, for adapting that rule to our league. So Whitty back on the bump for inning number 6. Looks like 1 run's going to win this game. It's either going to be via jack-off or one of these teams is going to score on their last at-bat. Hopkins leading off.
Yeah.
Takes a little extra velo there on pitch 1, strike 1. Swings low in the zone, below the zone. 0-2, got a battle now. And that's the thing, you fall behind against Mike, it's almost a death sentence, and you might as well just see what you run into. Drop ball there. Dowden's been seeing him well here with 1 out. The trouble here is falling behind. Dowden's watched that pitch numerous times on the inner half, fading, tailing off the zone, 1-0. He's probably been ahead in the count more than any other Pork batter. Takes a strike, 1-1. Shakes his head in disgust. Good take there. Active hands, 2-1. Trying to work ahead again. Whitty has not fallen behind much. He's throwing strikes. Keeping his delivery consistent. The rising slider, almost unhittable with that trajectory. 2-2 now. Tries the drop. Mix things in. 3-2 now. One hops it into the board. Full count. Big spot here. Big pitch. Can't really take away the slider because he's a lefty. If he's a righty, you might in this situation creep up in the box, but there's no point. Yeah! And that's an okay take. That's an okay take. I don't blame Dowden trying to get to a slow pitch and give himself a chance to hit a home run off of a dialed pitcher. Just force him to make a mistake. So 2 outs, brings up punt. He's got the lone hit for the Pork Pistols in this game. He's been seeing it decently. He's a free swinger. He does not get cheated. He is up there to swing. And as he does on that drop ball, which he hasn't seen much of. I wonder if Mike's going to keep throwing that. And he is, but that fades high. 1-1. Swings at a ball in the dirt again. 1-2. Punch is trying to connect with something and put it into Doyle's tree. A lot of dead air tonight, especially after sundown. And chases another pitch out of zone. Okay, so the Pork season rides on this last regulation inning in the bottom of the sixth. If they can get through with a 0, they got to like their chances in the jack-off. Or at least it gives them a chance, but they have a 0% chance of playoffs if one run comes across. So all the pressure on the pitcher. Wouldn't be surprised if the Hounds are going to be selective, trying to force a mistake, allowing themselves to see some pitches. We'll go around the MLB scoreboard tonight. This is the only wiffle action that, in Indy tonight. We know there are some Leroy playoff games going on up in Northwest Indiana. Shout out to those boys. And shout out to Ian Garavaglia, current Hound, who had a devastating leg injury last night. Had some good news returned from a med check from urgent care, follow-up MRI coming up in the days moving forward. But it's looking as if he may be out of wiffle commission for the rest of the summer. So speedy recovery to him. But MLB scores. Pittsburgh up 4-1 on Detroit. Brewers leading the Nationals 6-3. Rays over the Yankees 5-0. Orioles 7-3 over the Blue Jays. Braves up 2-1 on the Angels. Twins 1-0 on the Cards. Tie game at 0 in the fourth for the Rangers and White Sox. 7-2 Cubs over Reds. 2-0 Astros over the Guardians. Mets up 1-0 over the Royals. Phillies have defeated the Marlins 3-1, and the Rockies are up 1-0 on the Padres.
Nope, that's not a fan. Fan of ours.
0-2 now to Jones, swinging early in the count, ignoring my assumptions. 1-2. And gets the head pin out on 4 pitches. 1 out, bottom 6. One swing could end this game. And if we don't get a run here in the bottom half, we'll have at least 4 swings from either team to get some home runs in this dead air on a jack-off.
Good lead. Come on, Kobe. Come on, Kobe, have one.
Two-0 here to Taylor. Okay, that's a good take, but also a clutch pitch from Dowden. You get ahead 3-0 in this situation. It's vital. Okay, swings through a ball off the zone. 2-2 now. Now behind in the count just like that. See if Dowden tries to hunt the upper outside. And he does. Just fouled back. That was almost right in the damage zone for Taylor as well, but it snuck above it. Puts a sick drop ball in there. Dowden has been dealing his last 2 outings. Would be ashamed to not see this guy in the playoffs because he looks primed for a playoff push if his offense can support him. Brings up Voris, takes ball 1. He's been seeing Dowden pretty well. Struck out on slow pitches last AB. That'll happen. 2-0. He won on a walk-off solo home run in Game 1 to get to run rule. Might be able to do it again here if he can get ahead in the count. 3-0 now. 2-1. You're right. It's corrected by the dugout. 2-1. He checks his swing. 3-1.
Come on.
He's up a pitch. He's might be another take here, just as it was his last time up in the count. 3-1. 4-1. This is an absolute take sign. You got to take the curve, the bend out of the pitch here. He's going to go riser.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 outs.
Go.
Blake's got an opportunity. Pistols are going to shift into no homer defense. Butts takes a few steps back. He might as well be on the fence line there. Ball over the fence would end the Pork Pistol season. He's got 1 strike on him. Ball knocked down by Dowden. Gets in the zone with a split. And we're going to our 4th jack-off of the CCW season. I believe the first for both the Hounds and the Pistols. The irony, considering the playoff hopes of the Swamp Dragons, all aligns on this finale jack-off, and the Dragons were 0-3 in the jack-off this season. Take a quick hiatus break here for the teams to set their jack-off lineups. It's a Circle City jerk, if you will. Coach pitch, if you're unfamiliar. You get 1 swing. Whatever happens, happens. It's like a penalty kick shootout in soccer. If you're watching the Women's World Cup, it'll make a lot of sense as we get to the knockout stages. Again, Thomas Hopkins, fresh off of a home run frenzy at Hometown Cup, looking to put the Pork on the board in this jack-off. 0-0 through 1. Taking his time. Takes another one. Can cut the tension with a knife. Peepers are peeping. Crushed down the line, but it's going to hook foul. Hit the wrong part of the ball, and it hooked on him. It had the distance. Brings up Taylor, who was visibly frustrated. In his at-bats off of Dowden. I'm going to shift the camera so we can get a better view if the ball's down the line for the lefty. Can't imagine he's going to flare one to left. Rolled over again, so we're scoreless through 2.
Not bad, boys.
Brings up Dowden. We'll shift back to the right side.
Oh, we're gonna do double jack-offs? 1 for 1?
Both hands. Dowden trying to help his cause. He cannot earn a win as the pitcher, nor does the losing pitcher get a loss. But he can hit his team into the playoffs. He can get him on the board. And swings at a ball at the knees, low in the zone. Again, still 0-0. Here comes Voris in the third half for the Hounds. Kobe throwing floaters in there. Blake thinks about it, says no. Fouled back. And we're heading to the last batter. Here comes Axum, the rookie. Could he be the Pork hero in his rookie season to keep their season alive? A lot riding on this, as I've made mention at the beginning of the broadcast. Pork win, they're in. They lose, Dragons get in the playoffs. Fouled off. Okay. Looks like it's going to be...
Yep. Let me go 1 for 1, alright?
Yep. It's sudden death after the top 4.
Witty, don't change your swing. Slap it backside.
Witty coming up. He's been a Ichiro-style slap hitter. Peanut Gallery of the Pork Pistols encouraging him to do the same, but we'll see if he tries to pull something here and get his team a win. He won't get it on the bump as the pitcher, but could eliminate the Pork with 1 swing. It's all down to this. If he doesn't hit a homer, then we'll go to sudden death. Backside again, and we're going 1 for 1 here. Not many threatening balls outside of Hopkins. Foul down the left field line.
Rudy,
Yeah,
does TP now have to hit this around since he didn't last?
he doesn't have to, no. You can. I think you can choose to use him.
1 and 1 up? Yep.
So this is major advantage for the home team now, as it's 1 for 1. Dowden has switched to be the lob baller. I mean, they may call upon punt to get a slow pitch swing. And Butts just chips 1 foul again. That's been the majority. If Jones goes deep here, it's ball game, and the Pork Pistol season comes to an end. With the dead air, I would not be surprised if this takes a while, folks, so sit tight. See if Jones can find a barrel. Rolled over to the left side again. Looks like he got what he wanted. He just missed it. So they're going to have Hopkins again, who was the closest to hitting homer. A lot of rollovers and flares for everyone else, but Hopkins did get a barrel. Started fair, but hooked foul about 5 feet. New tosser with Dowden. See how it works out. Being patient, keeping his hands back, just trying to put a good swing on it. Out early. Rolled over to the shortstop. Again, if Taylor goes deep here, ball game, season. Jones delivering the pitches. A little bit high there. The middle one. Rolled over again. We are now entering round 7. Gas up. If we get to 20 rounds, it's farthest ball.
Mine's the farthest fair one.
Yeah, right.
In the air.
Another rollover to the shortstop. Four hits in 6 innings. 1 ball hit, 92 feet, foul. Brings up Voris. And another roll. Can't say the air is affecting these ground outs. Haven't seen many balls lifted. And it looks like we're going to have punt enter into the hitting lineup, as we are now 1 for 1 after the four-man lineups. I'm sure some CCW guys are in the chat thinking, man, I wish these guys would throw strikes. Shout out Reed Werner. Dowden delivering to punt. See if he can grunt on one. Thought about it, says no. He's looking for the one. I think he wants low and in. This is now round 8 for both teams. Yeah. Romance. There is no wind. It is just very dead air, Gertch. And if you've just tuned in or you've been watching, a lot of ground outs, just not a lot of balls lifted. I think 3. To the left side, that's not going to even have a chance. So we head to round 9 of this jack-off. We have run out of jack-off balls. Can you believe that? First ball hit off the long drink sign for the sponsor. You get a half a homer if you hit it off the long drink sign. Or a Marifence, either or. All right. Hopkins is up again here, taking the 1 spot, as now they go 1 for 1. He has the farthest hit ball to this point. Okay, Jones, bottom of the 9th here in this jack-off. So again, once they are 1 for 1, but they can't reuse a batter until they get through the agreed-upon cycle of hitters of 4. So you won't be able to see Hopkins again until round 13. Whitty now throwing from the offside into Jones. Club to center, but it's not. It's a foot short on a line. That ball was crushed. On a Sunday afternoon, that probably gets out. Going Oppo. Brings up Butts. He's looking to put a ball in fair territory on these lobs. He's yet to really get any plastic, any yellow plastic on the white plastic. So we're on top of the 10th. And it's, for me, it just looks to me that the Pistols are just not selecting good pitches to hit out. A lot of them are swinging at balls at their thighs and their knees. And with dead air, you have to be able to let the ball create its own elevation. So, again, the pork season is hanging in the balance on every one of these swings. We have had a jack-off continued onto a different day once before, and it was the first ever league jack-off. Ball in the air, but missed. Going to the 11th with punt again. The Swamp Dragons are waiting somewhere with bated breath on this marathon jackoff. Dowden throwing in some good lobs. Crushed in. It's off the top of the fence! The very top of the fence! even closer to a home run than Dylan Jones. Punt falls to the ground in agony. Jones hits a laser to right center that was a foot below the yellow stripe. Punt hits a topspin ball that hit off the point, intersecting the vertical and horizontal planes of the fence, the very pointed top of the fence, and it stayed in. Voris to deep left, and it's gone! Voris walks it off for the Hounds as it trickles over the fence 90 feet, eliminating the Pork Pistols. 2 walk-offs for Voris on the night.